Republicans in Congress claim often that they are the only thing standing against a wave of deficit spending. But where were these Republicans when President Bush pushed for trillions, plural, trillions, in unpaid tax cuts for the rich? Where were they? They were right here in Congress. That's where. So instead of pointing the finger at us, Republicans should examine their own track record of extravagant spending. A prescription drug plan, unpaid for. 2 unpaid wars, unpaid for, I repeat. Tax breaks for the rich, unpaid for. And they were paid for borrowed money, money borrowed from the American taxpayers. Trillions of dollars. In fact, President Bush's tax cuts were the single largest contributor to ballooning budget deficits during his administration. And there were plenty of others, but that was number one. And no one benefited from these tax breaks more than billionaires and millionaires. Tax breaks for the richest Americans piled nearly $1 trillion on our debt over the last decade. The tax bill was far more than that, but that's just people making more than $1 million a year. Yesterday, the Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office released a report showing these tax cuts will continue to push deficits to unsafe levels. We know that, Mr. President. But in addition to doing that, what it does is make the poor poorer, the rich richer, and squeezing the middle class every day. Extending the Bush tax cuts for the wealthiest Americans, people making more than $1 million a year, would add another $1 trillion to the deficit over the next decade. We can no longer afford to bankrupt our nation to give more tax breaks to people who don't need them. People are putting up accounts in the Cayman Islands and stashing money in Switzerland. Republicans are right about one thing. We do have a deficit problem in this country, and there are 2 ways to ease this crisis. We could cut more jobs for teachers, firefighters, and police, and federal employees. We could cut Social Security and Medicare benefits for seniors after a lifetime of hard work. We could put off repairing our crumbling roads, bridges, and schools. And we could continue to let our schools fall into disrepair and our students fall far behind. And we could continue talking about things that really don't matter.